Girl.
Giro.
Peyton Reed. Kevin Dasso and Hayden Coaster. And you'll see Jason Waller. Will Daniels.
Right down to pronunciation.
Come off the bench. It's a pretty tight rotation, so once they get up
So
and
this is
run.
coaster, as in
Coaster, yeah. Like don't put your beard there.
Yeah.
Have a coaster.
leave a ring on the table.
That's right.
Says.
Giro.
Giro. Waller, Redinger, Dasso.
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 Yeah, just a long roll. Dasso.
Reed,
Fry. Daniels. Wojcik. Yeah. So the C is silent. I don't know if Hillmeyer will play or not. He's been injured, and I don't know if he's due back or not. But it's Hillmeyer. The R is silent.
Okay, Krause, long.
Krause with a long E. It's a pretty tight rotation.
All right, do you want ours?
Go.
People tend to screw them up from time to time.
If you've got starters, I'll take that.
I don't know our starters. I can tell you that it's going to be Gabe Service will be starting. Frankie will probably start. Derek. Pangier, yep. So our rotation is Will Schilling, Anthony Jones, Gabe Service, Derek Pangier, Frankie Wilk, Ezra Weezy.
It is now. It's Weezy here, too.
So you never know. Jalen Calvert plays Joey Pataski, Dawson Lappick. And those are our starters until those are our players until Garbage starts. If he happens to get in, this is JD Click. Click and a pen. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. I don't know the other two. I think I'm not going to swear by it, but it might be Joey and either Ezra or Anthony. I'm not sure, but I'll find out for you. I'll get from the coaches.
Things, and I don't know if they'll do it tonight or not. They have a spotlight, they do this introduction thing, which I hate because it starts, so it's just a warning.
Okay.
And all of a sudden the lights go out and you're like, oh, now I can't see it. Now you're lucky because the band's not here. When the band's over there.
You too.
Good evening and welcome to Medford High School as we have boys basketball action for you here on the Central YouTube channel. My name's Nami George. Alongside me, my administratively ordered BFF, Josh Buxton.
Always a pleasure, Nami. Happy to be here.
Appreciate you coming out with me, keeping me company on the ride. Of course, got my dad, Ray George, on the camera tonight for us as well. What would it be if it wasn't a broadcast with technical issues? And we've had some technical issues here. Not Wi-Fi tonight, thankfully. The technical issues are our score bug not wanting to cooperate with the scoreboard that they have here. And so we are going very old school, and we are going back to the manual entry with no clock. And so what's going to happen then a lot is we're going to make sure that, and we just got some big breaking news that we'll break here in a second for you, but what we're going to do is we will have the score updated as best we can. It's only Josh and I on production, so we'll do the best we can with that. Dad, when he is filming, he's going to make sure that the scoreboard is always up, so when you see down on the far end, you should always be able to see the time, and I will make sure to say the time as much as possible too, so that we can keep you all informed on the situation. Well, with that news that I just got from Josh Buxton, that changes my whole pregame, because we just got word. Well, let's just first talk about the Medford Raiders. They're 4-5, 2-1. They come out of the Great Northern Conference. They're Division II. They're in the other part of the sectional that Central will have to play in once they get to the sectional tournament. And so this is a big game for both teams, as it's a way to start, putting yourself in position to get a good seed for the sectional play when we get to the tournaments. The head coach is Ryan Brown. He's in his 14th year. It's been a season of streak so far for this on the young season for Coach Brown and his Medford Raiders team. They started the season with 3 straight victories, which included a win over Division I DC Everest. Things were certainly looking up for the Raiders. Unfortunately, however, it turned quickly. They followed up their 3-game win streak with a 5-game losing streak, including losses to Mosinee, Wausau West, Merrill, New Richmond, and River Falls. Medford finally got off the schneid last Tuesday when they defeated Anago 67-44. Will that be the start of a new winning streak if it's truly a season of streaks? We'll find out tonight. They'll certainly be happy to be playing back in their home gym here at Raider Hall in Medford, because they've been on the road since December 19th. They're hoping the friendly confines here will be good to them tonight. Medford is led in scoring by 6'2" senior guard Charlie Garrell. Garrell enters tonight's matchup averaging 22.1 points a game and had a career-high 32 in their matchup against that DC Everest team. And not only is Garrell a fantastic weapon on offense, he's also a terrific defender. In fact, Garrell is one of the seniors listed on the Wisconsin top senior boys basketball defender watch list. This is, again, pregame. We could be witnessing the top defender in the state when he takes the floor tonight. However, Josh, what is our breaking news for tonight's game?
Well, we just got news from the radio representative up here in Medford that Garrell is in street clothes tonight. So it does not appear that he's going to be playing. We're looking at him now. He's not walking with a limp or something. We're not sure, officially. They're certainly not going to release what's happening to him. But their top scorer and leading defender, 6'2", Charlie Garrell, looks like he is not playing tonight.
One of the best players really in the state when you talk about being on senior watch lists. And so that will definitely impact the Medford Raiders tonight. Who else do they have scoring for them? Well, they have Nick Krause. They have Hayden Coaster. They both can provide offense for the Raiders. But they're, respectively 12.1 points a game, 10.3. That's a pretty big drop-off from Garrell. So my question of the night for the Raiders was their win against Anago on Tuesday night the start of another streak? And they're going to have to do it, it appears, without Charlie Garrell. We'll send it to our number one sponsor this year, Matthew Construction, and be right back with pregame for the Central Riverhawks.
Matthew Construction, a proud Riverhawk community sponsor, is more than asphalt and roads. They're a family-owned company with exciting opportunities in engineering, research, and green technologies. Join Matthew's team of top chemists and engineers developing sustainable solutions for tomorrow. From the lab to the road, Matthew Construction inspires the next generation of innovators. Visit Matthew.com to explore diverse careers in legal, HR, tech, and more. Build your future with Matthew Construction.
Welcome back to Medford High School. We did say at Colburn, we're teaching you patience. You need patience. We got to it eventually. I was trying to figure out how I was going to transition from my pregame that was all about Charlie Garrell, and now we're not going to get a chance to see him tonight, it appears. Well, how about the Central Riverhawks? 4-3 overall, 1-1 in the conference. They picked up that first win in the conference on Tuesday at Toma. They are in Division II. They're in the Mississippi Valley Conference. Their head coach, of course, is Coach Todd Fergott. He's in his 21st year. The Hawks rebounded both literally and figuratively on Tuesday night, defeating Toma and earning their first MVC win of the season. It was a game that was much needed after 2 disappointing losses to end the previous week. Central had a significant amount of jump in their legs as they pressured Toma into 20-plus turnovers, which led to a 68-52 victory. Picking our Munson Realty player of the game that night was difficult. We had an argument up in the press box. Gabe Service and Frankie Wilk led Central with 14 apiece, but Jalen Culvert, Will Schilling provided sparks off the bench. Derek Pangier was diving all over the floor and giving Central extra possessions. Service and Anthony Jones were tasked with shutting down one of the better players in the conference in Quinn Gerke, and they were more than up to the task. Simply put, it was the best team effort we've seen out of this Central team in this young season. Can they step off the bus after a 2.5-hour bus ride and replicate that performance? That's the big question for tonight. We got the national anthem coming up here soon.
Ask the question, Nami, and I'll answer it.
Well, I was going to ask Josh, how do you think Coach Fergott will go about trying to limit Girl's offensive impact on the game tonight?
I no longer think he has to worry about it.
Well,
unless he's sandbagging that. I don't want to put it past anybody.
All of a sudden he rips off his warm-ups and there's his jersey and he's ready to go.
They do not look like tearaway pants that he has on right now, so it's going to be a little more effort than that.
So that kind of ruined my whole pregame. I wish I would have had some word that was coming. I certainly would have done a different pregame, but kind of disappointing. We're not going to get a chance to see Girl in action, and I'm sure Coach Fergott is not too heartbroken about it. But just from a basketball perspective, I was excited to see that. We're getting our sportsmanship presentation right now, or whatever, the make sure you behave thing, and we're getting ready for the national anthem. No Singular graphics tonight either, as Singular did not want to cooperate. So, again, more technical issues. I heard Joel saying on the girls' broadcast that they go like peanut butter and jelly, Nami, and technical issues, and it sure does.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Raider Hall for tonight's non-conference boys basketball game between the Lacrosse Central Riverhawks and your Medford Raiders. Medford High School, Great Northern Conference, and the WIA require good sportsmanship and education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is equivalent with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem.
There is your national anthem. We'll also turn it over to the PA for starting lineups tonight.
And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the Central Riverhawks. Number 3, a sophomore, Gabe Service. Number 4, a senior, Derek Pangier. Number 5, a senior, Frankie Wilk.
Quite the introduction here at Medford High School as they turn off the lights and get the spotlight out. I like it. And so we'll go over the start as soon as I turn the lights back on so I can read, just in case you couldn't hear because the guy was kind of screaming into the mic. It's Nick Krause, Hayden Koster, Drew Dasso, Devin Dasso, Peyton Reed, and then it's not Charlie Gierl. Instead, it's Will Daniels. Will Daniels, number 24. Riverhawks, Ezra Weezy picking up his third start of the season. This is the same starting lineup that we saw at Toma with Wilk, Protaski, Service, Weezy, and Pangier. And we are underway for tonight's ball game. I did have a question of the night for the Riverhawks. We didn't get to it, but the question of the night is, can they follow it up with another defensive gem? That was really where they won that game on Tuesday night. Yeah, I mean, if they have the same intensity coming out, I think part of it was a little bit personal for some of our Central players. They don't like the Toma kids a whole lot. So we'll see if they can come out with that effort with a team they're not 100% familiar with. And well, then learn to like not everybody that you're playing, because I agree with that. That's the effort that they need every night. Central with a long offensive possession here to start the game. Protaski swings it over Service. Service will line up a three. In and out, no good. And rebound to Medford. That was Koster going up. Koster 6'3". So Medford does have some size. Now they get it into Koster, being defended by Protaski. Koster puts it up and in. 2-0 lead in favor of Medford. We're 1 minute in here. Pangier will go all the way to the rack. He'll put it up too hard off the backboard. That's Dasso that came away with it. And here comes Medford. Daniels will bring it across the timeline. Hands it off to Krause. Krause will swing it all the way around. Ends up in the hands of Koster. Koster back to Krause. Krause for three. Just missed, no good. Rebound, Joey Protaski. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how we start off here. Obviously, the first few minutes are important in any game, but they've spent the last, day and a half talking about prepping for, getting ready for the stud on Medford, Gierl, and he's not in. That changes the defense a little bit, might change how they attack the basket a little bit. We'll see if they can make those adjustments as quickly as possible. Two close looks with Protaski and Pangier. Neither could fall for the Riverhawks, and they're still down 2-0. Medford now with possession. This is Koster lining up. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Rebound on the weak side, though, and that was Will Daniels. Couldn't get it to go, though. Central take over. 82 other basketball games tonight in Wisconsin. No other MVC teams in action tonight. We are the only one. Service with a little runner off the backcourt, no good. A little push, you didn't know what to do there. And then foul in the backcourt, and that's not what we want to see Gabe Service doing. We've seen him struggle with that this year, picking up those fouls in the backcourt. Central showing a full court press here. We'll see if it's token pressure or if they're going to look to trap. Right now, they're just going to put the token pressure on. Koster brings it across, passes it off to Krause. Krause finds Reed. This is Dasso on the near side. Daniels on the far side. Both teams being patient offensively, looking for their best shot, willing to work it around the perimeter. Here's a three-point shot on the way. That was Peyton Reed who shot that, no good. Riverhawks come away with it. Couldn't see his number that far away. Yep. Pangier with a nice move to the basket, finds Service. Service passes out to Weezy. Weezy lines up a three, no. Service with the offensive rebound. Ball tipped around and off of Pangier. And kind of an inauspicious start here for the Riverhawks. A little loose with the ball. I think they're just, the speed's not right. They'll get there. I mean, they're, you talked about in your pregame, you spent 2.5 hours on a bus and you sit around waiting for the JV game to be over with. It's a lot of downtime, and even if you go in at halftime and start getting your legs warmed up and start doing the pregame stuff like you've talked about, it's a different experience. And it'll come, just going to take time. We see Central now ratcheting up the pressure a little bit, coming with a trap on the defensive end here. And Koster did a good job to get rid of it. He was trapped pretty tight there, got out of it. They'll hand it off to Krause. Krause swings it all the way to the far baseline. And three-point shot off the hand of Reed, no good. Rebound Protaski.
I think they forgot to take the lids off the rims, Dom.
Seems like it. How about Pangier finishing with the left hand? Derek Pangier gets the first points of the night for Central. We're tied at 2. Nice drive to the basket there. Those were the shots they were getting. They just weren't finishing them.
Yeah, but our spacing's pretty good tonight. We have a lot of opportunities to drive to the basket.
Daniels on the baseline drive.
It
And
is.
how about that? Joey Protaski
job,
stepping
Joey.
in and taking the charge. Foul will go against Daniels. Protaski so good at that. Able to get position. And he draws that call a lot. We get our first look at Anthony Jones as he'll come in for Gabe's service. It's quite a trek to get up here, wasn't it, Josh? 2.5 hours?
It was an interesting trek to get up here. 2.5 hours, all back roads.
No easy way to get there.
Some interesting businesses on the way up that we're not going to have time to stop at, unfortunately.
Could talk to people privately about some of the businesses we saw.
Oh, I absolutely will. Don't worry about that.
Not safe for work. Wheezy up top, passes it off to Wilk. Wilk hits Jones in the corner. Jones for baseline 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Daniels.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see us attacking the basket more. And there's nothing wrong with a three-pointer. If it's in system, if you're getting, some looks elsewhere. But right now when they're not falling, I'd like to see us attack the basket, maybe get a mid-range or a layup. Wait till that confidence comes back, or wait till the rim comes off, the lid comes off the rim, and then we'll attack.
That was Dasso with the turnover. Frankie able to get to it. Here is Jones. Pull up mid-range jump shot, no good.
Just not going down yet.
But a rebound by Protaski, and saves another possession for the Riverhawks. 2-2 your score in a low-scoring affair so far. You'll like it, Kevin. You will like it. Probably want to be taking a trip up here with me.
I think he'll be looking for a membership, perhaps.
And here's a pass that's deflected out of bounds by Jones. And Jalen Calvert, who had such important minutes for this Riverhawk team at Toma, checks in, along with Will Schilling. Both had really important minutes for the Riverhawks on Tuesday. We'll see if they can provide a little spark here as Central kind of sputtering on the offensive end. Daniels in the near wing. Looks to drive. Now dishes out. Reed with a three-point shot. No good. Ball bounces around. Comes down to Pangier.
We're doing a great job defensive rebounding.
Pangier off to Calvert.
Calvert,
Calvert
get in
up,
there.
no good. Reed gets his own rebound,
There he
puts it
goes,
up, and he's
Jalen.
going to be fouled. So good work by Jalen Calvert. Sticking with it. Missed the initial shot. Was able to get his rebound and draws contact on the second opportunity.
Yeah, Jalen does a great job coming off the bench, giving him that spark, because he's kind of one of those players who doesn't mind getting dirty underneath the basket. He's not flashy in a lot of ways, but if you give him the ball, A, he can score off the perimeter. B, he can attack the rim. He's willing to get rebounds. He's willing to get dirty. That's the kind of kid you need coming off the bench to kind of give your stars a little kick in the backside.
No doubt about that. Calvert makes the first one. The foul went against Will Daniels, who was starting for Charlie Garrell, and it was his second, which means he had to come out. Brings in Jason Wohler, the senior. Three-point shot now on the way from Coaster, no good. Rebound comes down to Wilk. Central with a 4-2 lead and possession. How about Jones? Baseline three, no good, off the front. Rebound to Nick Krause.
Yep.
Shots just not falling either way, really, here tonight.
And I don't have, shooters are going to shoot the ball now. You know that. Once one falls, many will probably fall after it. But we got to get that first one to fall. We don't want to rush it. And I think Anthony's shot there was maybe a little out of system.
How about the backdoor cut by Nick Krause, unable to finish, ties the game up 4-4. Central had a defensive miscue, allowed a cutter to the basket. Frankie, he'll spot up and hit it. Shoot a three. I was hoping he would hit it. Yeah, shoot a three. Hits the front iron, no good. Medford comes away with it. This is now Will Wojcik, who checked in.
Wojcik.
Coaster over to Wojcik. Swing it all the way around. Here's Krause. He'll line up a three. No. Boy, these field goal percentages are going to be low tonight if it continues like this. That's Coaster on the baseline. Spinning, trying to get around Wilk. Cannot. And they'll set it back up on the perimeter. Reed at the top of the key. Wojcik gets it back to Krause. Krause from deep, and he hit it 2 or 3 steps beyond the three-point line. And Nick Krause, the junior, gives Medford a 7-4 lead. Schilling, pull-up jumper, and he hits. Will Schilling coming off the bench. 7-6 now in favor of Medford. Maybe they'll start falling now.
I hope so.
Another three-point shot, almost the same spot, and again Krause hits. Almost the exact same spot, and Coach Ferguson's going to have to make sure that his defenders know they got to defend him way out there, kind of giving him that look. And that's going to be off of Pangier, and possession will go to Medford. So we've seen Nick Krause for the Raiders heat up here a little bit. Wilk and Schilling will have a seat. Gabe service. Ezra Weezy check back in. I forgot to be doing the score because I'm not used to doing it anymore, so we will get to that. It is 10-6. There we go, sorry about that. You might have to keep on texting and reminding us tonight.
Oh, Charlie will do it, don't worry.
Okay, good. 10-6 is the score. Medford over Central. Central with possession of the ball. Into Anthony Jones. Here's service. Dribbles up top of the key, gets it off to Jones. Jones wanted to find Calvert, couldn't get a passing angle. Instead it comes back out to service. Service off to Pangier. Pangier on the far wing, looking to drive. Gets it off to Jones. Jones launches a three, no good. And that's going to be off of White. That's going to stay with the Riverhawks. Central down 10-6, 9:48 left to go here, first half. Pangier into Weezy.
With how poorly we're shooting the ball, I think 10-6 is okay.
Weezy contacted from behind on that one, draws a foul. Central will take the ball on the baseline. Hayden Coaster will check back in for the Raiders. Replacing Jalen Wohler. We'll also get a chance here to see Sam Hurlmeyer as he replaces Wojcik. Pangier with a lob pass over the top of everybody. Jones chases it down.
That play worked a lot better when Johnny Davis was on standing in the middle.
Yeah. Jones tried to pick up his dribble, shuffled his feet a little bit, or slid his pivot foot a little bit, draws a travel call. Another turnover for the Riverhawks.
Medford fans getting into it. Student section, I don't know if it's Hawaiian night or...
I think it is.
Half of them are feeling festive.
We do have a fan that we have to show during one of our timeouts over in the Medford area. A very intelligent person over there.
Is that the right word?
That's what I would use.
Oh, well, you would.
We'll let the viewers decide once we show it. Peyton Reed up top. Krause, near wing. And a deflection, and now the ball ping-ponging around. Calvert comes away with it, and he's going to get called for a double dribble. That's a tough call. They're going to say that he had possession when he put it on the deck the first time. I'm not sure.
Yeah, to me, it seemed like he was reaching to get control.
Yeah, it definitely looked awkward, and I think that's what drew the call. I'm not necessarily sure that it was a double dribble, but nonetheless, doesn't matter what I think. Medford with the ball.
We are not referees.
We are not. Here is Krause again, this time no good. Rebound by Wilk.
Yeah, I think it's about time for Frankie to knock one down here.
Service, driving, gets cut off, dishes out. Frankie Wilk, top of the key.
Oh,
too long, no good. Rebound, Weezy.
Take it up easy. Take it up easy.
Weezy getting pushed.
There we go.
And yeah, he draws the look out there. He got contacted. He will go to the free throw line. Good work by Ezra Weezy to come down, gather himself, and go back up. He'll get rewarded with 2 free throws. Dangerous situation there as service was crashing. Almost landed right on Ezra. That would have been bad.
That would have been. Well, he did land on him technically.
Well, he did. You're true. That's true. But he didn't get hurt.
Not turning an ankle or bending a knee the wrong way.
Weezy for the first of 2. Free throws on the way, and good. Cuts the lead to 3. Krause taking a seat, and I'm sure Coach Ferguson and the Riverhawks are happy to see that for a little bit. He hit those 2 long threes. Really the difference in the game right now. Weezy getting ready for his second. A bounce, and shots on the way, and good. 10-8 now Medford, 8:41 here in the first half. Medford brings it across the timeline. Well, he picked up his dribble awfully early there. Near side wing, this is Dasso.
We're really having a hard time fighting through screens. I mean, they're getting
There
Wide
you go.
open looks.
3-point shot from Peyton Reed gets wedged.
Yep.
That ends up being an alternate possession. Possession will stay with Medford, I believe, although Central trying to take the possession, but the arrow says Medford.
It is. I think it's a silly rule. Should go to the defense.
You would think.
Let's call Naismith, see if he wants to change that real quick.
Yeah. So Medford will keep the possession with a 2-point lead. 8:21 here to go in the first half. And good defense there by Wilk, but the ball ends up back in the hands of Coaster. This is Wohler. Defended by Pangier. He'll rainbow it all the way to the baseline. Now it's Dasso.
Central's doing a much better job switching on those screens. We're not getting pinned.
Erlmeyer will try a three. He's long off the back iron. Rebound comes down, though, to Coaster, and he will go in, up and in for two. 12-8 now. Offensive rebound leads to 2 points for the Medford Raiders.
Yeah, that's just a height difference there. Easy, barely 6, and Coaster's listed at 6'3". It definitely had the advantage there.
Central looking to answer on the offensive end. Wilk gets it to service. Protaski swings it across Pangier on the near wing. Protaski cut open. Pangier didn't see him until it was too late. And now just a turnover off the hands of Frankie Wilk.
Yeah, that's his bad pass by Gabe. Frankie wasn't expecting it, and before you know it, the ball's in your lap.
A little sloppy start here for the Riverhawks. And I think you're right, the 2.5-hour bus ride, the cold weather, all those play a factor. A long week on Thursday.
Yeah.
Medford, 12-8, 7:09. Service almost got a tip and a steal. Instead, it's Wojcik who saves the possession. That's Dasso. Might have traveled, got away with it.
I think he got away with it.
Wohler for three, no good. Pangier with the rebound. Riverhawks have numbers if they want it. Wilk will pull up. He'll try and hit a three,
Nope.
too long.
Good Lord.
And Wheezy chases it down. Second chance for the Riverhawks.
Thank you, Charles.
Yeah, thanks, Chucks.
One of these will fall, Nami. I mean,
I hope so.
it's giving me reflections on.
How about that one? No.
Nope.
Pangier's
Was
shot
it the
too
first
long.
game of the year we were 1 for 20 or something like that from three-point line, or
We're
some obscenely bad number?
getting close to that territory here. 8 points with only 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. And that's a layup all the way in by Will Daniels. 14-8. There was contact, but no whistle. And Coach Ferget is going to call a timeout. As Central not starting out real hot here tonight. Going to have to figure it out. Gives us a chance to go to our sponsors. We'll start with Munson Realty.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Welcome back to Medford High School. 14-8 as I updated the score bug for you, but now, there we go. 14-8 is right. Central down by 6. 6:09 left to go here in the first half. Central needing to find a way to put the ball in the basket. Service brings it across the timeline. Service looks to drive. Dish off to Wilk. Wilk. Inside, nice pass to Protaski.
Outstanding pass to Joey.
And you got to like that offense better than sitting out there and trying to launch threes, especially if they're not falling.
Oh, I think so for sure. All of their successes have come from inside the paint, from a mid-range.
Got to find a different way to do it, right?
You got to pound. I mean, we're a driving team. Obviously, we're a decent shooting team when we're hot. When we're not, it's not great. So, if I'm Coach Ferguson, if I'm these guys, I realize, I can penetrate, I can dish, I can do a lot of things, but I don't need to take that three every time.
Coaster with the turnaround shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Pangier. We hear that the hockey team is down 2-1 after the first period. We'll have hockey for you tomorrow night.
Yeah, tonight against Reedsburg, tomorrow against Waupun.
Gabe Service will try mid-range, no. Protaski tips it back out to Service. Another opportunity for the Riverhawks. Service on the near wing. Gets it to Pangier up top. Wilk now. Central having a hard time finding a way to get inside the lane here. Pangier will try, launches the shot, no good. Rebound on the weak side to Service. He'll go up, and that's going to be a jump ball, I bet, and it is.
Yep.
Jump ball. Possession will stay with the Riverhawks, but that was pretty clean up top. Gabe flaps his hands as he comes up, being frustrated. Will Schilling will check in for him. And Sam Hurlmeyer will come in for Wojcik on the Medford side. Riverhawks will inbound from the baseline. Got to get it in. There we go. Up top to Schilling. Jones now top of the key. C Central trying to cut, trying to break open back door. Just nothing going. Good defense so far by Medford. Wilk will put it on the deck. He'll go all the way in, and he's contacted, draws a foul.
Well, it's interesting because, most of our drives traditionally have come from that wing. But we're just looking, we're getting through on the slot side. So if they continue to do it, we're getting looks inside 15 feet. We're getting to the basket. We're at least getting layups. We're getting contact. They need to keep doing that.
Called that a shooting foul, which I'm surprised. Wilk will go to line for 2. Did you think that was a shooting foul?
Absolutely.
With your Riverhawk colored glasses on?
No, if the refs made it, it's probably at least 50-50. It's a good call.
Well, there you go. Second one is good. 2 for 2 at the line for Frankie Wilk. 14-12 now. Medford with the lead. Sure, Frankie will take him.
Yeah, 100%.
This is Coaster across the timeline, gets it off to Reed. Dassow on the baseline, slings it across, gets it right back.
Close to a travel on both, though. They're both shuffling their feet as they're picking up the drives.
Wooler for 3, no good. Jones with the weak side
go,
rebound.
Go, 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 go.
Here come the Riverhawks. Jones looking to run. Good defense, though, by Medford in transition. Wilk on the far wing. He'll look to go to the basket. Nice pass inside Protaski. Protaski with the right hand. Too hard. Rebound comes down to Dassow.
Yeah, and we're getting those defensive rebounds. Coach Ferguson's wanting these guys to run because when we allow them to get set up defensively, they're doing a pretty good job. You talked early in the pregame, Nami, about the defense. And if you like defense, this is a wonderful game for you.
Almost great defense there, but Jones going to get called for the foul.
And it was, that was a foul. He got a little handsy there.
Yep. Jalen Calvert will check back in for the Riverhawks, replace Joey Protaski. 3:35 to go here, first half. Medford with a 14-12 lead and possession of the ball. Coaster up top, off to Daniels. Daniels to Krause. Krause now getting attention way out at the volleyball 10-foot line.
They're gonna be paying a lot more attention to him outside of that 19-foot 9-inch line.
Good defense there by Frankie Wilk, able to get the tip and the deflection. Schilling almost lost it out of bounds, able to gather.
Oh.
Wilk will drive all the way to the lane, dish it out. Not a great pass, so Jones couldn't catch him in rhythm.
No, our passing tonight has not been as crisp as it needs to be.
Pangier will get it, reset the offense. 2:55 and counting here, first half from Medford. Pangier with the left hand. Little spin move, gets it out. Anthony Jones spots up. He'll try a 3.
Oh, my
in
goodness
and out,
gracious.
halfway down. Rebound by Calvert, won't go.
What do we got to do to get one of these to fall?
The basket just not cooperating with the Riverhawks.
This is amazing.
Service getting ready to check back in. Both those shots look like they were going to go.
What do you think right now as a game? We're, what, 2 for probably 20?
It's going to be an ugly number, that's for sure.
I'm excited to get the stats from Maddie Koopman to see what the halftime, just shooting percentages are atrocious.
Both sides, really.
Oh, my gosh, it's been,
Wojcik gets
This is
trapped,
not a
turns it over. Pangier able to come up with it all the way to the basket, finishes with the right hand, and maybe that's what it's going to take. Some defensive pressure, turn Medford over and get some transition points. They're going to look the trap again, and they got it in again. Look out here.
Frankie's a step late. It wouldn't surprise me if we went full court here pretty quick.
And how about Calvert hitting the floor? Now Service hitting the floor, and they're going to say timeout for Coach Ferget. How about that?
Great
so on a
effort
bad shooting night, what can you do? Turn it up on defense.
Yeah, great play by both Calvert and Service to get that ball. Calvert with the initial knockout. Do we need to go commercial? Quick one?
We do.
All right,
Let's go to commercial.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
Welcome back to Medford High School. We found the smartest person in Medford. Repping the Finns today. Fins up, baby. Frankie and I both collaborated, tried to figure out who's the smartest person in the gym on the Medford side. And that's who we came up with.
I'm really glad you qualified that statement because we know it's not you.
Well, I didn't want to exclude myself.
Yeah. Well, you probably should.
You were not in the running,
I'll
tell you that. Service brings it across the timeline. Tie game now, 2:06 here in the first half. Service. Off to Jones. Jones on the baseline. Going to drive the baseline, puts it up with the right hand and finishes. Anthony Jones able to get to the basket and cash it in. 16-14 now, Central with the lead. Coaster brings it across,
Good
being defended by
Gabe.
Service. Yep.
Gabe's doing a great job of keeping his chest square, so there's no way you can call that foul.
And the trap is going to force Coach Ryan Brown to take a timeout as Medford not handling that very well. Couple iffy passes. We saw a couple turnovers off it. And Coach Brown is going to have to try to calm his team. Well, he's actually using it to talk to the official.
Yeah, he's not real happy. He thinks there should be a foul, but I think our guys are playing great defense. They're shuffling their feet. They're keeping their chest high and square. That's not a foul.
Yeah, I tend to agree. We got to pay some bills. We'll be right back. You're watching Riverhawks boys basketball on the Central YouTube channel.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
Welcome back to Medford High School. 16-14 Central with the lead as they've really ramped up the defensive pressure. Cold shooting night, but still finding a way to get things done, getting some transition baskets and some looks driving to the basket instead of settling for the outside shot. If it's not falling, you can't keep trying it over and over. Eventually they'll go.
Yeah.
Medford will pass it in here. 1:35, and again, I apologize, no clock tonight. Doing the best we can with our scoring updates. This is Daniels far wing, gets it over to Reed. Reed will swing it to Dasso. Dasso defended by Wilk, and he'll draw a reach-in foul on Frankie Wilk. Central's third foul. Nobody really in foul trouble.
No, we got three guys with one, and that's with the pressure that we're putting, to have three guys with one foul is
pretty
really
impressive.
That's right where you want to be.
Yeah.
Right where you want to be.
Daniels now being defended by Calvert. Here comes that trap from Central. We'll see if Medford handles it better. They did that time, and that's going to draw a foul.
That's a silly foul by Derek. I mean, if you're not going to get the ball, play defense. There's no need for that.
Got caught maybe a step too late. Otherwise, he would have had a steal there.
Yeah, he probably did, but you know, when you don't get that steal, then drop back and get in defensive position. Allow the guys who are running that trap to find their defender to get back in position where they need to be.
Fourth team foul, first on Pangier, though. Daniels, top wing.
But I love the adjustment Central's made early. Early they were getting pinned behind screens. They were giving up a lot of open shots. Now they're just switching and keeping guys with. They're not getting pinned on those screens anymore. Medford, I don't think, has taken a really easy, clean shot in a while now.
Poster swings it all the way over to Reed. Reed will launch a three, no good.
And again, Wilk is right in his face there.
Yep. Good defense there by the Riverhawks. Wilk comes up with the rebound. And how about that pass from Pangier? Calvert couldn't cash it in, but Pangier gets the offensive rebound. 36 seconds left. We'll see if Central holds for the last shot, considering it's been a tough shooting night. Take at least a 2-point lead, wouldn't you, Coach?
I absolutely would wait for the last second, get it to under 10, and run something.
I think so, too. And that looks like what Central's going to do. So after all that, if you run this correctly, you're at least going to have a 2-point lead and maybe a 4 or 5-point lead. Pangier, top of the key. Clock now at 10. You can see it on your screen. And Pangier now looks to go. They clear out. Got to go, though. Pangier crosses over, goes to his left, off to Wilk. Wilk will try a three and miss everything, and that's how we're going to end the first half. 16-14, Central with the halftime lead in a low-scoring game. We'll have some halftime stats for you. And look at what those field goal percentages are. They're not going to be pretty. And we'll get all that here in a second. But first, I got some live reads that I got to do as we got all right, so our audio doesn't work on my live reads apparently, so we will just show you those ads so you can see those. I was talking to nobody there, which is, I'm used to that, pretty much my life. So we'll just we'll put those ads up there for you. You
So
can
what
read
you're
them.
saying is you're used to nobody listening to you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, good.
That's my life story. So it is the Chili Cook-Off. It's the dance team clinic and camp, and it's the Pizza Ranch fundraiser for the dance team. We'll show those, and then we'll go to commercial and come back. Coach Buxton has the halftime stats. He's ready to share them with you when we come back after halftime.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our
Central Booster Club is excited to work with you this school year. The Booster Club's mission is to promote and help finance the over 50 official Central co-curricular activities through fundraising efforts. Booster Club meetings are held in the Central Commons on the second Monday of each month during the school year. If you can't attend meetings, you can still help by volunteering at the school store and other events. With so many budget cuts, the role of the Booster Club has become even more important in supporting all Central activities. Sign up to stay updated on Booster Club activities by clicking the QR code. Go Riverhawks!
Matthey Construction, a proud Riverhawk community, sponsors More Than Asphalt and Roads. They're a family-owned company with exciting opportunities in engineering, research, and green technologies. Join Matthey's team of top chemists and engineers developing sustainable solutions for tomorrow. From the lab to the road, Matthey Construction inspires the next generation of innovators. Visit Matthey.com to explore diverse careers in legal, HR, tech, and more. Build your future with Matthey Construction.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
Welcome back to Medford High School. About 5 minutes left here before the halftime is over. 16-14 Central with the lead in a low-scoring first half. Coach Buxton, you have some stats for us.
I do. For Medford, Nick Krause had 8. Hayden Coaster had 4. Will Daniels had 2. There wasn't a lot going on in terms of shooting. Medford actually shot about 28.6%, 6 for 21 from the field. 3-pointers, 2 for 15. You ready for this stat, Nami? Central, 5 for 31 from the field, 16.1%. We know they were 0 from 3-point, 0 for 11. So between the two teams, we were 2 for 26.
We knew that was going to be an ugly number.
Yeah, this is called not putting on a clinic. What I do really like about the Central right now is we have 26 total rebounds to Medford's 15. We have 14 offensive boards. What we need to do is translate some of those offensive boards into points. That's something we haven't been doing. We haven't been turning the ball over much. We turned over 6 times. Medford turned over 7. We don't have anybody in foul trouble, so we're sitting pretty good there. Krause's got 2 for Medford. Daniels has 2. Otherwise, a pretty sloppy first half. I would expect in the second half here, Central's going to come out, probably the pressure of the ball a little bit harder. At the beginning of halftime, the Medford coach was lobbying the refs for more fouls, and he stayed a few minutes during halftime to talk to him about what he sees are fouls come from Central. We'll see if they listen. Hopefully they don't, because I think really from an objective point, we've been pretty clean half. So I'd like to see that continue.
You look at Medford's 14 points, and 6 of those came from Nick Krause launching from just inside the volleyball 10-foot line.
Yeah.
So Medford not getting a lot of great looks either against the Central defense. So credit Central's defense and able to kind of fight through this night where shooting has not been great. We do have upcoming broadcasts for you. Tomorrow night, we already kind of mentioned that we have hockey versus Waupun. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. Coach Buxton and Coach Arnold on the call for that one. I'll be doing the technical producing. And so we hope you join us for hockey. They were down 2-1 the last we heard after the first period.
Waiting for my lovely wife to give us another update. Jocelyn.
Senior night tonight for them. We were sad we couldn't be there for that, but we will be there tomorrow night. Then next week, Josh, we have 2 doubleheaders. So boys and girls basketball both in action on Tuesday and on Thursday. Tuesday night will be at Logan. And we will be live on the Central YouTube channel for that. 5:45 for the girls' game, the boys' game at 7 o'clock after.
And I believe the 5:45 is Arnold going to be there for that one?
Yes.
It'll be Joel and Arnold for the first game, and then you and...
Me and Joel and Arnold for the third.
Yep, I'm just going to sit. I think I'm just going to sit there and look pretty.
Yeah, well, that's what you do best.
Thank you.
And then Thursday, January 16th, another basketball doubleheader, this time at Central, and that'll be versus Holman, boys and girls. Girls game starting at 5:45.
Yeah, 2 tough games next week. You get an inter-city matchup, and then you get a matchup last year. Holman and Central, they get a little heated sometimes. We're going to see how that works out.
That'll be interesting. Holman, for the boys, had a big win over on Alaska to start their conference season, so we can expect a good matchup on Thursday night. Tuesday night, too, though, like you said, intra-city, it doesn't really matter what the records are going into that. It's going to be a battle. It always is. And so something to look forward to for next week. So lots of upcoming broadcasts for you. We thank you for tuning in tonight and joining us after Josh and I got in the car for a couple hours and made it here so that you had something to watch tonight. So thank you for tuning in. And, of course, thank you to all of our sponsors for making this possible, because without them, we would not be here. You would not be watching. You'd be maybe getting live text updates from somebody that did make the trip up here. But
can I, before we get too far down, can I make a small commentary about one of our sponsors?
For sure.
I found out today from one of our sponsors, Munson Realty. Paul Munson let Nami know that I was his 6th favorite Buxton, which is an impressive feat considering there are only 5 of us.
Well, and I can't say I disagree with him.
It's a little hurtful.
Well, I mean, you have tough competition with your family, Jocelyn.
I agree. They're all top-notch human beings, but, he put me below someone that doesn't even exist.
Yeah, and, I see the vision. I'm not saying I agree with him, but I see the vision.
And, if he weren't a paid sponsor, he might get a little bigger piece of my mind.
Oh, no. I'm going to shut you off.
No. Yeah. But I'm willing to accept it because, without sponsors like Munson Realty and all these others, we aren't here. So
Paul Munson, not only one of our...
I will take the brutal verbal beatings from him that I get sometimes.
Munson Realty, not only one of our sponsors, but Paul, also one of our loyal viewers, who I'm sure is tuned in tonight and enjoying hearing you riff about that. And they added some time to the...
Yes, they did. I think they went a little bit long with the little kid basketball game, so they added another minute to the clock.
Well, that gives us more time to talk. Josh, what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about maybe going to our sponsors.
Oh, so you want to go to commercial?
Well, let's start with Munson Realty, since Paul loves us so much.
Munson Realty, we love you. Even if Josh doesn't, I love you.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin, and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Minute 30 left here before the end of the halftime period. Got to do a special shout out, Elliot Dale and Ellie Adler tuning in from back home. Thanks, girls, for tuning in. Appreciate you joining us for tonight's ballgame. Hopefully we have a little more scoring here in the second half, make it a little more exciting. Scoring on the Paul Munson adds to what he's already said. I'm not going to share it with you, though, Josh. I don't want to hurt your feelings too bad, so I'm not going to. Hopefully we have a little more scoring. Actually, I will, because I do want to hurt your feelings.
Oh, my God. God, he just knows how to twist the knife.
Hopefully a little more scoring here in the second half so we can have more to get excited about. Wasn't a whole lot to get excited about there in that first half on either side.
No, it was really kind of a sloppy game. And that's the challenge coming into the second half when shots aren't falling, when you clearly are, we shot 16%. When things aren't going the way you want them to, how can you make adjustments that you can stay competitive in the game and end up coming out on top. I would look for, a lot more, again, drives to the basket. I'm going to see, you just get that feeling that once our first one falls, there might be 3 or 4 after it.
I think you're right.
I would like to see someone like Frankie make his first one, because all of a sudden when he starts feeling good, they'll start raining down, hopefully. But it'll be interesting to see how we adjust knowing that we aren't shooting well. And this is a defensive struggle. And we're talking about a football score now. I mean, 16-14. When was the last time we scored 16? I mean, I know we've done it a couple times in the past, but I don't know if we've shot the ball this poorly.
I think you're right. Once they start falling, and the good news for Central is they get to switch sides at half, so they don't have to deal with that rim down on that far end anymore.
We had 18 minutes to figure it out and come out on top of this one.
Because there's clearly something wrong with that rim down there.
Obviously.
We'll see how Medford handles it. Start of the second half, 16-14, Central with the 2-point lead. Medford starts with the ball. Daniels on the far wing. If you're just tuning in, Charlie Girl, their leading scorer, not in tonight. We have not heard why, but was in street clothes and warm-ups. Here's a 3-point shot off the hand of Reed, no good. Offensive rebound for Krause. Second opportunity for the Raiders. This is Daniels driving all the way through the lane.
A heck of a move, just didn't finish.
Went up with the right hand, but missed. Rebound comes down to the Riverhawks. Pangier off to Protaski, who puts it up and in. A nice pass from Derek Pangier. And Protaski cashes it in. 18-14 now in favor of the Riverhawks. Boy, Medford had 2 pretty good looks. Unable to finish. And instead, Central cashes in on their end. This is Coaster. Has a nice matchup there for him against Pangier, but misses with the right hand. Central comes away with it. Pangier brings it across the timeline. Now looking to go with his left hand, puts it on the deck, tried to hit Protaski again.
That's a shot I'd like him to take. Just take it up, get fouled.
Well, Protaski just stole it right back, gets another possession. Service misses the mid-range. And now Medford breaking has numbers if they want it. They'll take it. And what a play there. They're going to say Weezy was out of bounds. Great job filling the lane, though, for the defense. Ezra Weezy streaking down, trying to get in the passing lane. He was able to do it, but his toes on the line. Medford will keep the possession. 16-38 here in the second half. 18-14, Central with the lead. 3-point shot from Krause, no good. Rebound comes down to Pangier. Pangier up ahead to Service. Service shut down at the baseline, back up to Pangier. Pangier will pull up, try the mid-range. No, too long. Maybe it wasn't that rim. Rebound to Coaster.
Maybe tonight's just to grind it out and win at the end night. I don't know.
You're right. Coaster with the crossover gets all the way to the basket and finishes with the right hand. And again, at some point, you just got to be able to knock down shots if you're the Riverhawks. And another pass into Protaski goes off his hands.
Yep.
And he tried to save it, sends it out of bounds. A turnover for the Riverhawks. Has Coach Fergus shaking his head.
No, and I know Joey's frustrated because he had 2 opportunities. Both hit him in the hands. I don't know if he was looking for the first one. I know he had his eyes open for the second one. And that's a pass he's got to be able to collect and finish off. And that's Fergus. He's just going to have a little talk with him, not mad, just kind of disappointed that didn't work out the way it should have.
This is Coaster. Gets it off to Dasso. Dasso slings it. Now it's on the far baseline.
It's interesting to me now. I mean, just from a I think I got him. Anyway, from a strategy perspective, they're taller than we are.
Really?
But they're not looking to push the ball inside. I know in the first play, Coaster was posted up against Ezra. He's got a 3.5-inch height advantage.
Wow, we saw Coaster against Pangier
but they're just same thing. They're not looking to attack the post. They're looking for that outside shot. I'm a little befuddled by that.
Yeah, you would think they'd have an advantage inside there.
They absolutely do.
Coaster will try in mid-range. He'll miss everything, especially on a night where the jump shot just not falling. Krause to Dasso. Dasso gives it off to Daniels. Daniels has it tipped away by Weezy. Weezy got it back from Calvert. Will finish with the right hand. Ezra Weezy gets a transition bucket.
Yeah.
Good defense leads to the offense.
Yeah, great job by Ezra, but also by Jalen sticking his hand out and poking it ahead for Ezra to catch up to it.
Savvy
Outstanding.
Play. Yep. Here is Daniels. He thought about a 3, thinks better of it. Daniels tried to reverse the ball. Pangier wouldn't let him. Now they get it over to Krause. This is Dasso. Medford passing around the perimeter, as you said, not looking to go inside. Instead, they'll try a three. Again, misses almost everything.
He hasn't been close the last couple shots.
That
I think
was
he's
Krause.
trying to do something, pushing the play, and it's just not working.
Pangier now with the ball, off to Wilk. Pangier gets it back. Central will settle down and run some offense. Service gets it on top of the key. Back to Wilk. 14-15 and counting. 2016 lead for the Riverhawks, and Pangier's going to get called for a travel. Was trying to get it off to Calvert, and a defender jumped in the way right as he was ready to pass it, made him come down with the ball.
Needed one extra dribble, I think, then Jalen would have went wide open underneath.
Anthony Jones will check in for Ezra Weezy. Daniels across the timeline. Krause gets it inside to Dasso. Dasso back out to Reed.
Good closeout by Jalen.
This is Krause going baseline. Swings it all the way across. Hits Coaster, who will try a three. He'll hit the back iron, no good. Ball bounces around and ends up in the hands of Nick Krause, and he'll draw contact. And he'll go to the free throw line. Harper Zietlow says, I'm doing a fantastic job. That's a little bit better than what Chuxton said. Chuxton called me raggedy. How about Harper Zietlow saying I'm doing a great job? That's why I like Harper. That's Harp code. Krause to the line for two. First one on the way. Bounces in and out. No good. Again, I'm used to nobody listening to me. So.
Did you say something?
Will Schilling checks in for the Riverhawks. Oh, never mind. She wasn't complimenting me. Oh. She was complimenting the players.
Okay.
Never mind then all that stuff about Harper.
That sounds right.
Second free throw is up and good for Krause. 2017 now in favor of the Riverhawks. 3-point lead. Got to have some shots fall here. Maybe get a 10-point cushion or so.
At some point, a shot has to go in. I mean, just by statistically, and it just has to, right? I mean, at some point, something is going to fall.
Yeah.
You know, our ability to drive the basket's fine. It's good to have the, to do that.
How about
we got to
service
knock
for
down
three?
to extend the defense a little bit.
Can't get it to fall.
Yep.
That's off the hands of Daniels. Possession will stay with the Riverhawks. Getting good looks, just not
They
falling.
are, and our ability to drive relies heavily on the defense's need to come guard us outside of the three-point line or at the mid-range. And right now, there's really kind of no need because we're not making anything. Until
there
then,
we go. 3-point shot for Derek
I'm just going
Pangier.
to talk about how bad we are offensively every single time.
There we go. First three-pointer of the night for the Riverhawks comes from Derek Pangier and gives Central a 6-point lead. Krause to try to answer. He'll miss everything again. And Coach Brown not real happy with that shot selection. 23-16, 12:54 left to go.
The hockey
now Harper says I'm doing a fantastic job.
Okay, good.
Okay, yeah.
The hockey team is now tied at 2.
Well, that's an exciting game. Senior night for the Onalaska Logan Central Co-op.
My favorite hockey player, Liam Branson, had an assist on the second goal, so we like that.
He's one of the contestants for the top 5 play of the week on Channel 8.
Yeah, he's got 2 points his last 2 games. We'll take that.
3-point shot off the hand of Dasso, no good. Rebounded by Service. Here come the Riverhawks.
Got
numbers if they want it. Pangier off to Schilling. Schilling will line up a 3. No good. Jones working hard on the weak side, and he'll save it. Good offensive rebound. Now he has it taken away, though. Coaster one-on-one with Pangier. Pangier going to give up the basket. A nice Euro step there by Hayden Coaster. Gets him to the basket. 23-19. In favor of the Riverhawks. 12 minutes to go here in the game. Pangier on the far wing. Looks to drive, being defended by Wojcik. Has the ball deflected,
never
knocked
leave
away.
your feet when passing the ball, kids.
2-on-1 for Medford. It'll be Coaster taken in. He'll miss too long. Get his own rebound, put it up, no good. And rebound to Pangier. And they're going to call a foul on Central.
They're going to call a foul on Will for blocking out.
Will going to get called for the push. That's unfortunate because Pangier had an easy rebound there. Coaster missed twice from point-blank range. But Medford will keep the possession.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, that's a tough call. Protaski will check back in. Weezy back in. Wilk, Jones, and Pangier are the 5 on the floor right now for the Riverhawks.
We'll see if those couple minutes on the bench helps Joey a little bit.
Daniels top of the key off to Krause. Krause far wing over to Wohler. Wojcik back to Wohler. Wohler being defended by Pangier.
Oh.
And almost a deflection by Wilk. Instead, it's going to be Daniels going all the way to the lane and overlaid it. Rebound to the Riverhawks. Pangier now.
6:37 left in the second period of the basketball game. Central is down, or Onalaska Central Logan down 3-2.
How about that pass from Joey Protaski finds a cutting Anthony Jones for an easy basket. 25-16 now in favor of the Riverhawks. There's a bad pass, and that's going to be out of bounds. Turnover on Medford. Central's defensive pressure stepping up again.
The bread and butter works, Nami.
It does. Can always control the defense. Can't always control if the ball's going to go through the hoop or not. Even
well, that is clearly the case this evening.
Yeah. Gabe Service will check back in for Derek Pangier. Weezy inbound to Service. 10:49 left here in the game. Central 25-19 lead. Wilk over to Service. Service will drive all the way to the basket. Overlays it.
Yep.
Rebound to Peyton Reed. Reed just
threw
it out of bounds.
Just sloppy, yeah.
Right at the feet of Hayden Coaster. Nothing he could do with it.
And Gabe needs to continue to attack. I know he's struggling from the field right now. I don't think he's made a shot yet, has he? I don't think so. And keep attacking because those shots are going to fall eventually.
Service will bring it across the timeline. Love to see Central pull away here a little bit with Medford turning the ball over and missing some easy shots. 6-point lead could balloon into a 15 or well, now they're going to get an illegal screen on Weezy.
Yep. But what you notice there, Nami, is we're extending the offense, and where's the defense? They're coming with us. It should open up some driving lanes, I think, for some of our quicker point guards.
One would think.
One would think, wouldn't they? And I think that was kind of a cheapie on Ezra. I don't think he really did anything wrong. Just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and ended up with a guy in his butt.
Can you say that?
You can.
Okay.
It's better than what I was going to say.
Coaster tosses it into Daniels. Daniels got it knocked away off of Protaski. Possession will stay with the Raiders. Calvert will check back in. He'll replace Ezra Weezy. 10 minutes, 11 seconds left here from Medford High School. Coaster inbounds to Daniels. And look at Gabe Service putting on the defense pressure. Gets a knock away, goes right to Calvert, who finishes with the right hand. And a layup for Jalen Calvert. Pushes the lead to 27-19. Forces Coach Brown to take a timeout. He's yelling at his kids. Not happy with their performance on the offensive end, I'm sure. Allows us to go to a break. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Riverhawk basketball on the Central YouTube channel.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
Welcome back to Medford. Coach Buxton, 8-point lead. What have you seen so far here in the second half?
Good defensive pressure. I mean, that's what it is. Medford is really having a hard time with their coach, is not happy with their ability to bring the ball up the court. We're not making it easy on them. We're getting in passing lanes. We're double teaming it when they're crossing the half line. And we're making easy layups at the end, but we're making the hustle plays. How many guys tonight have we seen hit the deck?
Yeah.
How many guys have diving for balls to poke to their teammate or to just get away from the Medford players? And that's the difference right now, is our effort is significantly better than Medford's.
You saw it there. I mean, Gabe Service, all they were trying to do was hand off the ball.
Yeah.
And Gabe Service didn't allow it, got a deflection out of there.
It should be one of the easiest plays in basketball, is handing it off, and it didn't work.
And we've seen Medford have some unforced errors as well. We saw on the break earlier, just tossing it out of bounds. It's led to an 8-point Central lead. Can Central keep their foot on the gas pedal and maybe extend this? Jones hits the deck. And you're right, the pressure's starting to bother the Medford Raiders. They'll get it off to Krause.
Another turnover.
Culver comes away with it. The pressure was caused by Service. Service going to go coast to coast. Finish. Left it too far.
Yep.
And they're going to say a foul on Calvert on the offensive
which
rebound.
I think that's a foul.
Gabe Service mad at himself. He had an open lane to the basket and got it up. Just pushed it too far out.
And you understand that Gabe's frustrated right now, and he's going to continue to be frustrated because he has pretty significantly high expectations of himself. Keep playing good defense.
Yeah, it's a defense.
Keep doing those little things. If you're getting passing lanes, disrupting the ability to dribble, do all those things. If you're not scoring, do something else really well, and he is.
Poster will bring it across the midcourt stripe. Gets it off to Reed on the far wing. Dasso now top of the key. Service on the defense. This is Daniels. See Medford having trouble getting anything going with all that pressure. Krause will launch a three. No good off the back iron. Service comes away with the rebound. 9 minutes to go here. 27-19. Wilk drives. Finds a cutting Protaski. He'll try a mid-range shot and hit. Joey Protaski. Frankie Wilk kept his eyes up. Was able to find Protaski for the mid-range shot. Protaski cashes in, and suddenly it's a 10-point lead now for the Riverhawks. Coaster out of control, and Wilk did a good job defending him. Gets the rebound. Here comes Protaski off to Jones, and Jones thought about a three and then wisely decided not to.
Great play by Anthony. Slow it down.
So Wilk.
There is no need for a three when you're up 10. Let's work some clock here and get a good one.
You mentioned them pulling up on their offensive end and bringing the defense with them. Maybe that's going to allow some cutting. Jones instead will try a three. No good.
I don't think they're extending enough. I mean, I know Frankie's out by the volleyball line. I'd like to see the other slide out by the volleyball line too, but he's kind of getting in deeper towards the three-point line.
Daniels got trapped.
Bring it way
and
out.
Just let go of the ball. Central able to come away with another turnover, and these Medford turnovers really starting to add up. 29-19, 8 minutes to go here.
My wife just sent us a text, says we sound like chipmunks. I don't know what that means.
Chipmunks.
Chipmunks.
Are we having audio issues? Here's going to be an illegal screen. Does she have us on double speed maybe or something? Or?
I don't know. Should we start talking slower?
We have had all kinds of issues tonight, so it wouldn't surprise me if we're having some audio issues as well.
It wouldn't shock me one bit, but let's be very clear. The people here at Medford were phenomenal helping us out tonight. We got a great little perch here.
Yes,
at half
thank
court.
Them for that. Yes,
they're. I'm assuming it's their AD.
It is Ryan Pilgrim.
Ryan got us access to a network where we could stream the game flawlessly instead of having to use our phones, which I was worried about coming in.
Krause tried to finish with the left hand, no good. Rebound of Protaski. Yeah, they were very accommodating.
Yes, they're doing a great job up here.
Coach Arnold says we sound normal, so might be a setting on Jocelyn's phone. How about Pangier?
Patience.
Finds his way into the lane and able to finish with the right hand. And all of a sudden a 12-point lead now for the Riverhawks.
And that's all it was. Patience.
Coaster had to pick up early because of Protaski's defense. And here comes the trap over on the far end. They got Dasso in all kinds of trouble. And Coach Brown going to have to use a timeout to bail him out of trouble. A 30-second timeout allows us to pay some more bills. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to Riverhawk Basketball on the Central YouTube channel. Welcome back to Medford High School. 31-19 now the score in favor of the Riverhawks. Haven't been able to open up a 12-point lead. We talked about the opportunity to do that with Medford getting a little loose with the ball. 7:06 left to go here in this game. Paul Munson says, we better be entertaining because the game hasn't been all that entertaining.
Well, it hasn't. Well, Paul, if you like defense and scrappy play, I would love what Central's doing.
There you go.
I love the fact they're
not a lot of
getting on the floor and getting in passing lanes, and that's the stuff that's going to win them games when the shots aren't falling.
Here's Daniels. He'll dish it off. Krause will try another three. This time he'll hit from the far baseline. A much-needed basket for Medford. And that'll cut the lead to single digits, and we got a whistle. Delay a game on Medford, and I'm not sure why. Oh, he tapped the ball after it went through the hoop.
Yep.
Is that what happened?
It's the most likely culprit.
So a delay a game. It's only a warning the first time. 31-22, the big three by Krause cuts us to a single-digit lead.
6:50 left in the game.
Medford, again, playing without Charlie Girl. Their leading scorer came in at 22.1 points a game.
And I can probably go back and watch some video to see what this team looks like with Giro, because I'm guessing that he's their go-to guy when things aren't going well. And they haven't had that guy tonight. Krause's trying to do his best, and he's knocked down a couple threes, and he's stepping up and taking some shots. A couple were a little more ill-advised than I think the coach would like. But, yeah, I think they're probably going to be a much different time. If we're fortunate enough to see them in the playoffs, figure they're going to be a much different team.
Frankie Wilk puts it on the deck, drives to the lane, and finishes with the right hand, pushes that lead back up to 11.
Yeah, the byproduct of extending your offense, the defense got to come out, and Frankie, and there was no help there for him, too. Oh.
And a little reach-in foul on Joey Protaski.
Yep, I think Joey got poked a little bit, too. But
so 11-point lead, 6:07 to go for Coach Fergut and the Riverhawks.
Joey's second?
I believe it is.
Yeah. We got one guy with two, a bunch of guys with one.
Coaster will throw it in, having trouble finding anybody. He'll finally lob it up over the top to Daniels.
Medford now in the bonus, and they haven't had a single foul called on them in this half.
6-0 on the fouls.
Which is by no means indication of anything other than the fact that, our aggressiveness is causing a little bit tight play at times. I'm okay with that. None of those fouls have hurt us so far.
This is Wohler lining up a three. No good, hit the front of the rim. Pangier comes flying in for the rebound. Reminds me of the time that Coach Colburn had to step in and officiate one of my games when I was coaching. He wanted to make sure that everybody knew he wasn't going to be biased. Called all the fouls against Central, none on anybody else. Wilk with the miss.
Nice play tipping it out by his teammates. Oh.
Pangier misses, tried to tap it out to Pataski, goes through his hands. But anyway, Coach Colburn was so worried about being accused of being biased because everybody knew he's a Central teacher that he didn't call any fouls on anybody else. Can you believe that? I made sure to let him know.
I can't believe that. Kevin is, he's got integrity. I can't believe he would do something like that.
Too much integrity. I wanted some home calls.
He wants you, okay.
He certainly has integrity, no doubt about that. Coaster being defended by Service. Ooh, that's a little push-off, got away with it.
And they've been doing that here and there. If it's tight, they're probably not going to call it unless there's a embellishment a little bit on our defense.
Coaster just trying to get some space. He's tired of Service being right in his face.
I believe it. I mean, it's it's exhausting when a guy's riding you up and down the court.
Yeah, no kidding. Krause passes off to Dasso. Dasso stuck on the baseline now. Wilk trying to defend. They'll get it up. Coaster will spot up for three. No good. And again, it's Pangier flying in for the rebound. Numbers if Central wants it, they probably do not. And good decision there by Pangier to set up the offense. 4:36, 11-point lead, 33-22. We talked last time about Central averaging 60 points plus in their wins. If they get a win tonight, they're not going to be at 60 plus. This is going to be one of the ugly ones.
Not unless they knock down a whole bunch of shots here.
Service all the way to the basket, finishes with the right hand.
Good finish, Gabriel.
Gabe Service pushes it to a 13-point lead. And Medford now in a little bit of a danger zone, needs a basket in the worst way right now. And instead, it's going to be Calvert with the steal. And now Central might put him in the grinder. We'll see if Coach Fergut calls for it, if they're going to look to push.
I'll tell you what, regardless of outcome, and things are looking pretty good for Central, I would not want to be in Medford's film session tomorrow. I can tell you that much.
Jones got to the basket, tried to put it back in. Didn't come down with it, though. Ball is bouncing all over the place. It's finally Wojcik who comes in and secures it for Medford. Krause, far wing.
Defensively, we still beat him down the floor. I mean, Medford looks tired.
Three-point shot. Reed needed that bad for
Good box
Medford.
Out by Anthony.
Good.
Great job.
And Anthony Jones gets position and draws the call against Hayden Coaster. Now we'll see if Coach Fergut puts him in the grinder.
I would assume we're going to take some time off this clock. 13-point lead, 3:29 left in the game.
Medford going to apply a little full court pressure. We'll see if a trap comes out of it. It's not gonna, and so Pangier will be able to bring it across the timeline by himself.
And this is where it's nice to have a senior like Derek running the show.
You're right.
He knows when to push. He knows when to pull pull the ball out. He knows, situationally where we need to be.
Service.
He's not going to get razzled here.
Crosses over, finds Wilk. Wilk finds Calvert, who finishes with the right hand. And those are the baskets that you're looking for Central to get now with the defense having to extend. 37-22, 15-point lead now, 3 minutes to go. Daniels on the far wing. Jones pounding him. Daniels will pull up just inside the free throw line. No good. Pangier with another rebound. His rebound stats are going to be
He's doing well.
Impressive.
Yeah.
One of the smallest guys on the floor, but he knows where to go and get the ball.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some clock. We're going to see some balls get into the wing and some drives to the baseline here.
Service. Off to Pangier. The steady hand of Derek Pangier in these situations. We saw it at Eau Claire North when you and I were on that call. Wilk. The count is on, so he's going to have to pass. He does. Gets it to Service. Now Jones on the near wing. Jones will look to go to the basket. Nice little pull-up and finish off the backboard. As Bill Raftery would say, with the kiss.
With the kiss.
39-22. And Central starting to pull away now. Here's a deflection from Jones. Numbers for the Riverhawks. Service will take it. Try and finish with the left hand, and he does. Gabe Service.
And, this kid taking out of bounds, who's number... Oh, was that number 1? That's Krause. Or number 4, sorry. That was Coaster. Gabe made that shot, and he put his hands on his knees. They are tired, and it's, that last shot that they missed the free throw line, he was wide open, but he put so much work to get in that position, he shorted it.
It's a defensive pressure.
I think he was a little surprised that he was that wide open and just completely missed the shot.
Yep. And another turnover for Medford down on their offensive end, and this game has quickly got out of hand.
I think Medford is throwing in the towel. They're line changing here.
They say, oh, you're getting ready for tomorrow night. I like that. Remember, we'll have hockey tomorrow night for you, 7 o'clock.
Oh, line change.
From the Omni Center.
And I think looks like Coach Fergut's going to do a few. Yep, we got a couple subs here.
Josh said he's going to work on the goal horn, so that's better sound tomorrow. Here's what it is so far. Yeah, nobody wants that.
No, that's loud.
We got to get that better.
That's loud and nasally like my voice.
we can get better than that here on the Central YouTube channel. Pangier. We'll see if Medford continues to pressure or if they're just going to let Central pass the ball around for the last minute.
I'd like to see Coach Fergut take a timeout, get Pangier out of the game. See if we can't get who's in there. Nevin Matthews is waiting to check in.
Oh, I see that, yeah. Maybe just a substitution timeout.
Yeah, I would do a sub timeout quick here. Get Derek out. I think they're probably going to say either sub Will or Marcelo out of the game,
Gander Conrad waiting to check in.
Yeah.
Sophomore. Or as I call him, Baby Curry. Boy, he can heat up. He can heat up from the three-point line. So it is Matthews and Conrad who check in for the last minute 3.
I would like to see Nevin get a bucket.
Let's do it.
Yeah, the minute. Get Nevin a layup.
Well, we'll see if
get him the ball.
Medford continues to extend, and they are a little bit. Should give some opportunities to the basket. J.D. Click, the senior here on the near side, getting some time on the court along with Marcelo Jones.
Yeah, I think they should reward these guys by getting them the ball. I mean, get J.D. an attack to the basket, get Nevin an opportunity.
Here comes Nevin. Gets it off to Will Schilling. Schilling down to 35 seconds ago.
Oh, turn on J.D.
Click had an opportunity. Kind of had to catch it from behind. His pass was behind him a little bit. Conrad, he can look to go to the baseline. Instead, try to pass it back. Yeah, instead try to pass it back. Nobody there. That's going to be an over and back call. 19.7 seconds left. 41-22. Central with the lead. Do want to thank you for tuning in, sticking with us through the technical difficulties of the scoreboard. We fought with that. How long did we fight with that? A couple hours.
The entire JV game.
Yeah.
And then some.
That was frustrating. Couldn't get it going. Just was not going to work tonight. Here's a three-point shot on the way by Radlinger.
Good box up by Will.
And Gander Conrad gets his name in the stats with a big rebound. 6 seconds left, and that's probably how we're going to finish. Central going to survive a cold shooting night and end up with a 41-22 victory here at Medford. Central's second win in a row now. And if you're the Medford Raiders, that is 6 losses in your last 7 games. Of course, they had the win against Anago earlier this week, but a team that started out 3-0, started turning some heads around the state. A lot of extenuating circumstances, obviously, without Charlie Gurl.
Yes.
But give credit to the Riverhawks, able to survive a night when things just were not falling, and found a different way to do it, and it was the defensive pressure that allowed for that to happen. We are going to go to commercial. We're going to run all our ads. When we come back, we'll have some post-game stats for you and our Munson Realty Player of the Game.
Matthew Construction, a proud River Hawk community, sponsors More Than Asphalt and Roads. They're a family-owned company with exciting opportunities in engineering, research, and green technologies. Join Matthew's team of top chemists and engineers developing sustainable solutions for tomorrow. From the lab to the road, Matthew Construction inspires the next generation of innovators. Visit Matthew.com to explore diverse careers in legal, HR, tech, and more. Build your future with Matthew Construction.
Welcome back to Medford High School. 41-22 your final here as Central comes away with the victory. Low-scoring game, defensive battle. Central able to find a way to win. Coach Buxton, you have some stats for us.
I do have some stats. For Medford, Nick Krause finished with 12 points on 4 for 13 shooting. That was kind of the trend tonight. Shooting was not great across the board. Medford ended up shooting, what did they shoot? Total for the game, 9 for 44, 20%. Central was a little bit better in the second half. We were 12 for 24, which allowed us to outscore them 25-8, kind of coming into the end of the game, finishing 17 for 55 at 30%, which 30% is not good, ladies and gentlemen. It's just really not good. So to play significantly better in the second half, shooting 50% is an important thing. For Central, I think our player of the game, do you want to announce it now?
No, I want you to finish the stats.
Okay. For Medford, okay.
We got to tease that a little bit.
Sorry. Coaster finished with 6. Daniels finished with 4. So we really had 3 guys on Medford scoring, but we only had 4 guys take shots, 5 guys take shots. For Central, Will Schilling had a pair. Anthony had 6. Gabe 4. A couple nice layups at the end. Derek 9, Frankie 4, Ezra 4, Jalen 6, Joey 6. Rebounding was a big key to our win tonight. We out-rebounded them 45-28, and that was big. I mean, we limited their opportunities. We came up with 27 defensive rebounds. They only had 8 offensive boards the entire game, which is a great stat. I mean, from your coach, you want to get that under 10. I can't remember the number they look for in the locker room when they're charting their stats. But I think they're going to be able to circle this one and put a gold star next to it because they did a phenomenal job.
Well, and the number that jumps out to me, because I noticed it last game against Toma, the bench outscored Toma's bench 28-4. Tonight, Central's bench outscores Medford's bench 14-0. In a low-scoring game, those points so important, and that's a luxury that Coach Fergut has. He can go pretty deep with the squad and get offensive production off the bench. Our Munson Realty Player of the Game, we can't do the graphic tonight because our graphics aren't working, so we're just going to have to announce it, but our Munson Realty Player of the Game, the senior, Derek Pangier, 9 points, 9 rebounds, and as we talked about right at the end there, when you have a lead, you want the ball in Derek Pangier's hands. You said he knows when to push the ball, he knows when to pull back, and he can run that offense with pretty good precision. And so Derek Pangier is our Munson Realty Player of the Game. Thank you to Munson Realty for sponsoring our Player of the Games. And I want to thank you, our viewers, for tuning in and joining us as we're all the way up in Medford. We want to kind of cut this a little short so we can get on the road and get back home.
Go home.
We got school in the morning. Josh and I will be there bright and early in the morning, so we want to get back home.
Yeah, we'll be on time tomorrow.
We will.
If you're an administrator listening, we will be there on time tomorrow.
We are what you call professionals, and we will be there when the bell rings. So thank you so much to our viewers for tuning in. For Josh Buxton, did a great job coming up with me, giving me company in the car, and then, of course, providing the stats and commentary, and my dad, Ray George, on the camera as usual. I'm Nami George. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.